I get around to the other side, can anybody tell me what it is? Snowblower head on this. Here we go. I never seen something like this. New Uni System, they must put different attachments on it. There's a sprayer tank on here. There's a 2150 two-wheel drive. Like the massive steering cylinders. Planetary. Now the Planetary was on all the two-wheel drives, and then four-wheel drive, typically they didn't have it unless it was extra heavy duty. Then they had Planetaries and four-wheel drive. An 1850 gas. It's a year-round cab. Yeah. Here's one of many Uni tractors. So it's offset to one side. This one's got a tank on it.
This must be a planter again too.
Alice Chalmers planter.
New idea, it says.
On the thin Alice here.
Oh yeah? There's new idea.
Maybe it's an Alice box. Well, a New Idea a lot of times made stuff for other companies. There's a big Uni. This one's a really big one. Uni Combine. .702 diesel. Another one. Fast hatch. Here's another one. A little white Yard Boss GT 1650. An 1850 gas. There's like 3 of them here. John Deere Plow Company. Made for. Another Uni. .702 V6. And then another one. I'll have to look those up because I haven't really seen much on them. What kind of headers and attachments you could put on them. Alright, here's a pretty nice original 77. Hydraulics. Grill screens. Hooked to a Gale mixer. A mix-all. Here's a wit. Battle of wits, that would win. A 4150 white. I believe that's the cat engine, the 2255 one. Articulated and pulling a New Holland spreader. That's a nice white. Coolers in the front. Yeah, 3208. She's a little muddy. Well, it rains all the time here. This is not real far from home, about an hour and a half. And it's just like every day almost it rains. 2 batteries. Alright, this is an Oliver at heart. Before I get around to the other side, can anybody tell me what it is? You can see the dash. It's definitely an Oliver. Or white. Let's see, look, 278 white. Mighty Toe. And then the second one. This one is different than that one. See the temp up there. This one does have that. This one's got a black dash and that one's orange. Here's a 1650 gasser.
Oh, don't worry. I use these
Man, we made probably 1,000 windmills this summer. And then that used to be low. I had a wrapper and a whole nine. I'm even looking to sell one of them. I don't need all that stuff. And I know they're on Gabe's Construction painted all their stuff orange. They should be yellow. Yeah. But he painted everything orange that he had. Have you heard Gabe's Construction on Sheboygan? Gabe? Gabe.
Another 1850 gas. The cab with no windows. I think they're taken out. I think they're taken out. The frame's all gone.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Here's another Uni 709 with 3-row corn head. It's a chopper. Yeah, those are just odd. I haven't seen much of them at all. Here's another, here's the 802. And this one is a chopper as well. 4-row. $767. Here's that the Uni with the planter in the front. Got a tank for spraying. Here's a Oliver 770. This is the newer egg crate. Hot top fenders. Gas. Pulling the gravity bin. 1850 diesel. Perkins. Pulling the hay bind.
He should be. He should be. I mean, on the driveway it'll work real good, and yeah.
A lot of weights in the front. It's an 1800 checkerboard. Decal. Pulling a rake. Yep, the good old 1800 before the tapered nameplate. 1855 diesel. He's got her on a what is that, a fertilizer spreader? Nope. Nope, it's just a bin. There's the motor. Oh, what else we got here? Super 77. What's unique about this one? We have a flip cover, so it'd be like a 770. So is it original and a late one? Super. Got the pads. Has a tack. Pretty nice original though. And that's on the new Idea spreader. Hoop spreader. Here we have another Uni. New Idea Uni. With a 4-row header, corn header for combining. So it looks like you could put you could chop with them and you could combine with them. I don't know much about them, so here's an 1850 Henniker cab with just looking at that orange engine. It looks like the Perkins with the cab pump that's vertical, but I don't know. That is on a dump wagon, dump trailer. Here is a is it an 1800? Even though it says it is, I guess we'll have to go with that. Probably one they use for pulling or something. There's another Uni, New Idea Uni 708. If this hooks up to this, I don't know if it does. Well, that would be like a pickup header for forage, or it'd be laid down. Here's another Uni 702. There's a mini mow. I think this is a self-propelled baler, square baler, I believe. Model 760. So look at how that works. Picks it up, augers it into the center, and then just comes right down with your knotters there and comes out the back. Poops out bales. Or as Ross calls them, what, idiot bricks? Little mini mo engine on here, model 206N4. Let's see, 4-cylinder. It's definitely gas. That's pretty neat. Love looking at all that unique stuff. Look how high up you sit too. Here's another Uni. This is a snowblower. Snowblower head on this. That's pretty neat. So hydraulic turning of the chute, and then the back part turns with the PTO and chains. There's the weights on here. Look at that massive weight. There's a little Formula H. And probably, let's see, MD. Here is another Uni with a combine head for grain. Boy, if you ever had a New Idea Uni convention, you could just come here. Another Uni, this one's a sprayer rig. Here is a 1900 checkerboard decal with the GM 453 in it. Pulling a brilliant Packer. This is an Alice Chalmers thing. Looks like a fun thing to cruise around in. Here's a McCormick W6 Super. Standard. Pulling 2 bottom. I don't know what kind it is. It's not an Oliver, it's this green, maybe it's a John Deere. I don't know. I don't see any markings. Okay, here's a 2105. That would be an 1850 basically. You can see the vertical pump. 105 being about horsepower and 2 being 2-wheel drive. Has a spray tank on it. Hooked up to a Kuhn VB 2190 round baler. So he must be putting on, where does that tank go? Goes up to here. He must be spraying it on the hay before it goes in. Like a preservative or something. Here's a 4150. That's a big guy. 3208 cat in there. Articulating duals all the way around. Pulling a white 226. Looks like a chisel plow that folds. That probably doesn't pull very easy. No doubt. There's another 4150 with duals. 3208 cat. Set up to plant. It's pulling a drill with a disc. Kind of like a no-till setup almost. Not really no-till because it's tilling it ahead, but it's one pass. Egg cool. And out in front here is a 66 gas and a John Deere pull type manure spreader. It'll be like a ground driven, I think. Yeah, I think it's in here. Let's see, there's a PTO, Model H. Yeah, no PTO, so ground driven. Little 66. Pretty nice stuff. All right, I'd like to thank Richard Navis and Badgerland Oliver Collectors for making this video possible. The video you just saw, I didn't know anything about the Uni tractors when I went there and looked. Richard Navis made his collection available to us for the Badgerland show we had in spring. It was in June. And every June they have a get together where they have lunch and then have a meeting. Here you can see a picture of I took at the meeting. One thing I will say, Badgerland Oliver Collectors is Wisconsin chapter, and it's part of the National Hard Part Oliver Collectors Association. So what I did learn from that is the subscribers is significantly down from what it used to be for the magazine, and so I'd like to get promote it a little bit, and if you subscribe, you get this bi-monthly. This is the July-August 2024 issue. I have all kinds of articles. It was the subscriber count, I believe, is roughly half of what it used to be. So that's, you know, if we lose this, we're gonna lose the shows. We're gonna lose everything. So we want to keep it healthy, so we can keep having shows and everything. Keep the antique tractors alive. All right. Well, since I did not know much about it, about the Unis, when I filmed that, did a little research. There's an article from Farm Collector online that has, they must have interviewed him and they must have checked out his collection at some point. I think it was like 2021 or something. And a lot of this info was from there. I'm not going to make it real long, but Richard Navis worked as a mechanic for Gibbsville Implement, which I was there already, in southeast Wisconsin in 1989. There, he repaired several Uni Systems that farmers brought in. This may be where his love for these started. He started a dairy farm in the early 90s. In 1999, he bought his first Uni, a 708 chopper. He now owns 16. This is from the article. I just messaged him today. He owns more than that now. The Minneapolis Moline self-propelled baler that I showed you in the video is an early 60s Minimo brown mule uni tractor hay baler. In 63, AFCO New Idea purchased the patents for the Uni from Minneapolis Moline. A few years later, the New Idea 701 was put into production. New Idea Farm Equipment Company goes back to 1899 when it began building manure spreaders. In 1912, the company moved to Coldwater, Ohio, where Uni Systems were continued to be made until 1993's buyout by AGCO. The New Idea brand was dropped around 2007. And for more info, I'll put the link to this article in the description. And that about does it. Subscribe to HPOCA Magazine, and thanks for watching.